Hey there. For an Amazon brand or any e-commerce brand rather, one of the most important aspects of your product listing are the product images. Humans are visual creatures, and in the e-commerce space, potential customers do not have the opportunity to touch and feel the product before buying them, unlike in a real store, and hence they rely heavily on what they see and what they read. And what they see, the product images, are one of the most important factors determining the success of a product in the e-commerce platforms. And as such, Amazon has set up certain rules for having the product images set up. So for example, the first image, or otherwise called the hero image, needs to have a pure white background with the product covering at least 85% of the image. According to its terms and conditions, Amazon insists that the hero image or the first image should not have any text that is normally not present on the product, nor should it have any other components that is not included in a product. For example, a lemon scented perfume should not have actual lemons on the side unless it's included with the product. But a few sellers have figured out a way around this, where they include elements that are not part of the product, but they include it regardless, and sometimes it gets approved, sometimes it doesn't, with the idea that the more information that you can provide in the product hero image, the better your click-through rate or the probability that somebody will click on your product just based on the images would be. There are certain other requirements for the rest of the product images, also called the secondary images, basically the images that people scroll through to see how the product is. And some of the best practices for the secondary image including some lifestyle images or having images of people actually using or touching the product. It would also be a good idea to include information such as the unique selling products, what are the features for the products, and what makes it different from its competitors, also included in certain images. It is also a good idea to include a comparison chart with your product versus the competitors to show how good your product is, and also certain other information that you may want to convey, like if the product is made in the USA, it is eco-friendly, and any such important information as well. And so a lot of effort needs to be put into building your product image to make it the best version of it as possible. At the same time, of course, following the terms and conditions set about by Amazon. In the same vein, the A+ content on Amazon refers to the media that is viewable below the product description, or usually in the product description when you scroll down the product page. The goal of A+ content is to give more media rich content, more information, more interesting aspects of portraying the different aspects of the product is possible on Amazon, and Amazon obviously encourages including A+ content in all the product images, and typically we have also seen a higher conversion rate for products which have A+ content. Now, A+ content, if you think about it, is just a plug and play format where you go on Amazon's backend and you have the option to choose how your A+ content will look like. And once you build it and once it gets approved, you can attach that A+ content to a certain SKU, and hence it gets live for the SKU. Other information included in the A+ content includes other similar items. A brand story is always a good idea. Giving the customers an option to see other variations that are available is also a way to increase conversion rate and use A+ content more effectively. And like I mentioned earlier, the product images combined with the A+ content include the entirety of the visual elements of your product that you sell, and hence I would recommend you spend a lot of time and energy in not just creating and auditing your current listings, but also take effort into improving it or constantly improving it based on the data that you collect from your current Amazon or Walmart or any other e-commerce platforms that you have. For example, if I realize that a majority of my customers for my product are women, I might want to make my images more women friendly, or vice versa. If I feel that a lot of my customers are older men, then I may want to slightly tweak my images and A plus content to make it even more appealing to that target customer, to increase my conversion rate and to increase my sales on these e-commerce channels. So this has been the basics of product images and A plus content on Amazon. And like I said earlier, I would like to reiterate the fact that images and A plus content play one of the most important roles in determining the success of your e-commerce brand.